Thanks for inviting us in at 6 o'clock. And tonight we're getting ready for another round of rain and storms across our state. Things clear right now, but that is about to change.
So Angela joins us now with some of the timing of what we can expect weather-wise.
Yes, and what we're watching is that little cluster of storms that you can see on satellite and radar that's near Champaign, Illinois. We expect that to expand in coverage, so increasing our storm chances over the next several hours. But if you've got plans in the next hour or so, those are still a go if you can take the heat. It's hot, it's humid, at times feeling like close to 100 this afternoon. I do want to give you a local view of that line of storms that's developing. We've got the cluster near Champaign that has crossed the state line, and we're starting to see some development now down to the south. All of this forecast to move from west to east, impacting central Indiana over the next several hours. The heaviest rain right now is just north of Attica, northern sections of Warren County. These are slow movers and could quickly lead to some standing water, lowland flooding, flash flooding. The cell near Lafayette has weakened just a bit, but we all remain under a level 1 threat, still thinking flash flooding is the primary threat. As we head through the next several hours, you can see with Future Track 13, we've got the storms north and west now. That line, if it holds together, moves from northwest to southeast between now and 11 o'clock. We're going weather impact alert days for tomorrow and Thursday because of heat and more storm chances.
All right, Angela, thanks so much. Hidden cameras, secret recordings, alleged sex crimes, all detailed tonight in newly released court documents in Morgan County.
A former deputy fire chief is now facing dozens of charges as a result. Jenny Runovich has the disturbing allegations.
At the firehouse where Charles Heflin formerly served as a leader in a position of trust, he's accused of violating female colleagues for years with hidden cameras and secret recordings. The 57-year-old faces 55 felony charges from voyeurism to child exploitation. New leadership at the fire station say they're sickened by the alleged crimes.
Absolutely disgusting and unacceptable. I can't imagine what these young ladies went through. The only thing we can do is be there for them.
According to court documents, Heflin hid spy cameras disguised as water bottles, clocks, and phone chargers in bathrooms and bunk rooms, secretly recording female firefighters and volunteers while they undressed and bathed, even an underage cadet.
A place where somebody's supposed to be safe.
There are at least 10 alleged victims. The investigation is large in scale. A lot of that has to do with electronic data. There are video clips, photographs, communications that allege criminal conduct.
Plus allegations of sexual harassment even to members of the community. This case broke open in December when a woman renting a room at Heflin's home discovered a hidden camera. As the investigation continued, detectives say they found dozens of videos on Heflin's phone matching locations in the fire station. Found more evidence at his home, including video of a naked child. Heflin's girlfriend faces charges too. Angela Van Mater's accused of helping move cameras at the firehouse so they, quote, had a good angle of view. During Heflin's arrest at the couple's home, police say he had a gun and resisted, saying he cannot go to jail, asking the officer to just give him one bullet. While he awaits trial back at the firehouse, there are changes. New administration, new bunk rooms.
If something's out of place, they will know it. If there's a different alarm clock or something in there, they will know it. That's a red flag.
Also a message for the community about trust.
We hear you. The only thing we can do is apologize for the actions, and we're going to do better.
In Morgan County, Jenny Runovich, 13 News.
Prosecutors say this investigation is ongoing, so Heflin potentially could face additional charges. The judge revoked his bond, and a jury trial is now set to come up and start in October.
A Brown County man was just sentenced to nearly 100 years for child sex crimes. Aaron Dale Gorham pleaded guilty to child molestation and exploitation after abusing a child for months, recording the abuse, and then distributing the material online. The Brown County prosecutor called this case one of the worst he's witnessed in his career. Gorham will spend 86 years in prison and another 10 years on probation.
This is Robert English Jr. Metro Police are now investigating after the 43-year-old man was shot and killed early this morning on the east side of Indianapolis. Our Jenna Webster explains what led up to that shooting and why it's now raising concerns for his family.
I just talked to Robert Dion English Jr.'s cousin. He says they were just here in the laundromat parking lot using the free Wi-Fi to make a podcast when someone approached the car and the situation quickly escalated.
English was known to their family as Dion.
Just full of energy, full of life. Just a good guy to be around, and he knew how to tell a story. He would always have you laughing.
That's his cousin, Tamika Lining. Sitting next to her, his other cousin, who witnessed the whole shooting.
Derek Hardaway says 2 people in masks approached the car asking for a lighter, then tried to rob them and stuck a gun to his head. English was shot and killed. Hardaway says they appeared to be teenagers, but Metro Police have not released any information about possible suspects. For Hardaway, it's a big concern if this is another instance of kids committing crimes.
A mother and father know who's wearing that hood, and they know what their kids out here doing. And they shouldn't have been out there at this time of night. They should have been in the house playing Nintendo.
IMPD is still investigating, but says this is a scene they see time and time again where conflict resolution doesn't seem to exist. Police are urging people to not let temporary emotions make permanent decisions, like taking a life. In Indianapolis, Jenna Webster, 13 News.
Today, the Indiana Criminal Justice Institute announced more than $57 million earmarked and targeted to support crime victims all across the state of Indiana. This is grant money going to 167 groups that provide critical services to support Hoosiers who were victimized. Those groups offer things like crisis intervention, counseling, legal assistance, and emergency shelter. The money also goes towards improving outcomes for young Hoosiers who end up in the juvenile justice system.
Tonight at 6, more changes could be coming to Indy's summer curfew hours, and this time the focus is on 17-year-olds.
Ashton Hackman explains how one city county councilor says the current rules just do not go far enough.
Teens are out for the summer, and city leaders have hit home about kids being home for curfew. Under the current temporary summer curfew approved last month, 15 and 16-year-olds have to be home by 9 Sunday through Thursday nights and by 11 on Friday and Saturday nights. Councilor Michael Paul Hart says the temporary curfew should apply to 17-year-olds as well.
If we're saying that violence is serious enough to justify a public safety curfew hours, it is serious enough to include 17-year-olds.
A new proposal from Hart would do just that, putting 17-year-olds under the same curfew hours.
That if we're going to have a serious conversation about curfew, we need to make sure all ages are included.
The proposal will be discussed during a committee meeting Wednesday. In Indianapolis, Ashton Hackman, 13 News.
Today, city leaders came together to break ground on a new affordable housing development. The Junction at Fall Creek has 200 affordable housing units, and they're located just southeast of the state fairgrounds. Construction there technically started last month. It is scheduled to wrap up next year.